Since I'm back from Taiwan, I realized that I've been going around like crazy and sharing with so much excitement with people around me, with family members, with friends, with such a genuine, um, really, really bursting with excitement for about this one plant medicine, which really helped me to cope with my lifetime struggle. And I've been going practicing many things like certain types of meditations, going into my past lives, emotional release about this subject, and nothing really helped me. I was trying to have supplements and even cacao. It should be helping me with this, but it was partially somehow helping and not fully. So I was really putting myself in this frame of controlling myself, of self-discipline, being very harsh with myself, and even this turned into a lot of inner self-blame and criticism. And now I'm liberated. So what is this thing, and what is the remedy? What is the plant medicine that helped me from the sugar craving? Like, I've been addicted since my childhood. At the moment I became conscious, the moment I remember myself, I just remember always thinking about sweets until now, until I'm 30 something. And yeah, as I mentioned, many, many things I have tried and nothing has helped, only self-discipline. And because I knew how the sugar is destroying my system. So even trying to replacing with natural sugars, having as many fruits as I allow myself, like overeating fruits. And for some time it would help, but it was not a long-term solution. So once I started drinking regularly, just out of curiosity for actually the mystical powers of this plant, lotus, the real lotus, not the water lily, which is nowadays is called blue Egyptian lotus. Actually, this is a true lotus coming from the Taiwan, from the lotus farm, which I was visiting very often, and see how these lotuses are blooming and what kind of the vibration they're expressing, and then how people pick them up, dry them. So they have different colors and they're huge. So this is the dried lotus, but when you put it in the water, it expands and it becomes the size of your hand. And it has a bit of a bitter taste. And it's in Chinese medicine. It is used actually as a medicine itself. And they even cook it. They put it in some stew and they put it in a soup. So just out of curiosity, how can I actually support my meditation with this flower? I was never expecting any other effects. I found myself maybe after few 3-4 days or something that, wait a second, Karolina, you were not thinking about this brownie from the bakery on the corner. Or actually, I was not thinking about like a cheesecake or something. And I was so surprised, but it's been 4 days, because otherwise I'm living, and in the parallel, there was always a cake in my mind, even though I'm not always like going for it, but it's always somehow in my mind. And I found myself not wanting, not even thinking about it. And then I was like, okay, maybe it's just a coincidence. I'm having this lotus tea twice a day for quite a while now. But at the same time, maybe it's I'm also living in the nature and drinking like fresh waterfall water. So maybe this is something related with that. But then my period came, and usually on my period, I start craving for some carbs and for some glutinous things. And even then, I did not want any sweet at all. My husband was bringing some sweet, and I'm looking at it. It just looks like a nice decoration, like some statue or something decorating the table. And I was just mesmerized. Even I was testing myself, usually when I'm getting into some hard emotions or going through something in life more like energetically tough, there's this craving of like, okay, I'm just tired of working through these emotional things. Let me get something into my mouth, something sweet, something like even artificial sugar. um this was not the case. So I'm super excited. I'm sharing with all my yoga students. Now I get so many yoga students request actually to send them this lotus flower. I just bought this bunch for myself, actually for my own personal use. I bought as much as I can because it's going to be a while since I'm coming back to Taiwan. Right now I'm in Europe. And so for my personal use, I just needed to have a lot of it. And but at the same time, I'm happy to share little some amount that I have because for I know that for some people is really a lifetime struggle. And for those who don't have this thing, it might sound so stupid and funny, but believe me, once you have this thing, it's you just can't imagine what a bother it is. So yeah, I'm so grateful to this amazing plant medicine. We besides like how it is actually helping, I start researching after this phenomena. It is regulating the sugar, the blood sugar levels. There's many other things are doing that, but I didn't find them effective, to be honest. So just some personal share. Namaste.